Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Chirasmita presenting the headlines first. Government committed to creating modern sports ecosystem, says Prime Minister. During Khelo India Dialogue, Northeast students take part in event. Death toll in Nepal, floods rise to 270. Efforts underway to ascertain status of Indians in flood-affected areas, says External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Meghalaya Cabinet takes key decisions, adds thunderstorms, strong winds to disaster list, scrapes interviews for Group C non-technical posts from January 1, 2027. Mizoram Chief Minister Lal Duhoma expresses concern over certain limitations of State Human Rights Commission, State Mul's appointment of eligible persons to head panel. And in cricket, the second test match between Sri Lanka and India ends in draw in Colombo. Sri Lankan batsmen fight back to deny India clean sweep in the two-match series. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the government is fully committed to creating a modern sports ecosystem for India in the 21st century. Addressing the Khelo India Dialogue through a video conference, he said that from sports universities to modern training centres, an ecosystem is being developed across the country where talent receives support at every stage. The Prime Minister further said sports is not limited merely to winning medals. Rather, it's a mission to unite India's sporting prowess and youth power in the building of a developed India. He said every district has the potential to shine on the global sports map.
स्पोर्ट्स को लेकर सरकार कितनी गंभीर है, ये आयोजन भी इसका उदाहरण है। खेलो इंडिया संवाद सिर्फ खेल की बात करने का कार्यक्रम नहीं है, एक ऐसे संवाद का मंच है जिसका एक एक विचार देश के स्पोर्ट्स विजन को एक नई दिशा दे सकता है।
Along with the rest of the country, students from the Northeast also participated in the Khelo India Dialogue and Yuva Samvad program, which was virtually addressed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In Nagaland, students of Kohima Science College, Jotsoma and Don Bosco College, Kohima joined the event as part of National Sports Day. The program was also held at Don Bosco College in Itanagar. Besides, students across Assam, Meghalaya and Manipur also took part in the program.
देश की यूथ अफेयर्स और स्पोर्ट्स के माननीय मंत्री हमारे परम आदरणीय डॉक्टर मनसुख भाई मांडिया जी के नेतृत्व में देश भर में सफल पूर्वक ये कार्यक्रम रचना की गई है, आयोजन की गई है, जिस कार्यक्रम में हमें मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए हमारे देश के आदर्शवादी नेता, दुनिया के सबसे लोकप्रिय नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आज खुद आए और उन्होंने सबको मार्गदर्शन दिया। देश के अलग अलग स्थानों का साथ असम की डिब्रूगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी में भी ये कार्यक्रम रचना की गई है।
The death toll in the massive flash floods in Nepal today rose to 270 as authorities in Nepal race against time to find thousands of missing people, including 288 Indian tourists, in one of the country's worst disasters in recent years. The flash floods yesterday wreaked havoc across 3 districts in Nepal. Nepal police said that 93 more bodies were recovered today. Authorities in Tibet and Nepal have reported over 1,300 people missing as of today. Out of these, many were foreigners. Nepal police spokesperson Kafle said over 800 stranded people, including those injured, have been rescued from the affected areas so far. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that urgent efforts are underway to ascertain the status and well-being of all Indians in the flood-affected areas of Nepal. Dr. Jaishankar today held a review meeting in New Delhi with the Foreign Secretary in the External Affairs Ministry and India's ambassadors to Kathmandu and Beijing on the flood situation in Nepal. In a social media post, Jaishankar said that the Ministry of External Affairs is coordinating with various ministries, state governments, tour operators and project authorities in this regard. He said that the government is working closely with Nepal to extend relief assistance. The Meghalaya cabinet has taken a series of key decisions, adding thunderstorms and strong winds to the disaster list and scrapping district selection committee interviews for Group C non-technical posts from January 1, 2027. The cabinet chaired by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma also approved amendment to the Migrant Workers Rules and Rules to implement the Floodplain Zoning Act 2026. A 15-acre land bank at Mountain was also approved for 2.19 crore rupees.
Where we have notified thunderstorm and strong winds other than cyclone as a state/local disaster. This is being done because in the past cyclone was a local state disaster. So today in the cabinet we have further gone ahead and we have removed the interviews from the Group C post also.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has assured the Khasi Students Union leaders that the government will examine concerns raised in the union's 5-point charter. The issues include the proposed Sri Cement project, migrant workers laws, MRSSA, NEGRIMS recruitment and transparency in government hiring. On the cement project, Sangma said private investment is important for Meghalaya's growth while acknowledging concerns over procedures, environmental issues and public participation. A fact-finding committee headed by a senior official will examine the project's public hearing and environmental aspects.
Until the fact-finding committee completes its work, things will be on status quo and no further work will proceed and everything will be stopped, and the fact-finding committee will be allowed to first do its fact-finding and submit its report and its findings. And as till then, all works will stop and any kind of construction or any kind of work that is being done from the company's side will be asked to be stopped.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today said in the Assembly that the state is poised to soon become the country's largest state in terms of area under organic agriculture. Sangma made the statement during question hour on the 4th day of the autumn session of the House. He was responding to concerns raised by Nongkrem MLA Ardent Miller Basai O Moet on fertilizer pricing, availability and exploitation of farmers.
Specialized infrastructure,
Mizoram Chief Minister Lal Duhoma has expressed concern over certain limitations of the State Human Rights Commission in regard to protecting non-government organizations. Speaking during question hour in the ongoing assembly session, the Chief Minister said that despite having several powers and responsibilities, the Commission may face difficulties in protecting NGOs in certain circumstances. Home Minister K. Sabdanga said the government is considering the appointment of eligible persons to the Commission as its chairman and has discussed the matter with the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court. The 3-day monsoon session of Tripura Assembly commenced today with the House facing a single adjournment over the national anthem not being allegedly played during the recent visit of the Cuban ambassador to the state. Chief Minister Dr. Manik Shah, while replying to the question on jaundice cases reported in Agartala, stated that facilities are available at the 2 water treatment plants in the city to test the water quality. He said 70% groundwater can be extracted in accordance with the norms of Central Groundwater Board.
প্রকল্প বাস্তবায়নে বর্তমানে অগ্রগতি 90%। গত 3টি অর্থ বছরে প্রধানমন্ত্রী আবাস যোজনা আরবান মোট 17,674 সংখ্যক পরিবারকে গৃহ নির্মাণের জন্য অর্থ অনুদান দেওয়া হয়েছে। ফলে ইতিমধ্যে 15,325টি বসত গৃহ নির্মাণ করা হয়েছে। Jayatpan.
Leaders of all Manipur students' unions AMSU today urged the state government for implementation of the National Register of Citizens NRC before the census. They said the government should prioritize restoration of peace and address alleged illegal immigration before undertaking such exercises. The union expressed their views during the observance of the 61st Hunger Marchers Day in Imphal. The AMSU also paid floral tributes to the martyrs who had sacrificed their lives during the mass uprising on the day in 1965. In cricket, the second test match between host Sri Lanka and India ended in a draw in Colombo today. Sri Lankan batsman Sonal Dinusha continued his excellent run of form with his third century of the series as the host staged a valiant comeback to deny India a clean sweep. Sri Lanka piled up 429 for 9 in their second innings. The visitors, who had triumphed in the first test match, won the two-match test series 1-0. The Northeast has the potential to become a key gateway to India's expanding space economy, capitalizing on its strategic location, geographical advantages and institutional strengths. The Space Industry Association of India, SIA India, said at the Northeast India Space Workshop 2026 in Guwahati. The workshop was organized by SIA India in collaboration with the Northeastern Space Applications Centre. The two-day event began in Guwahati on Wednesday and concluded today.
Northeast being very, very important for the country, we wanted to have a workshop in Northeast itself on what the space can do for Northeastern region. And in this connectivity, we conducted workshops in Guwahati, wherein we discussed about what can be the ecosystem for spaces available already in Northeastern Council, NEC, like this, we evaluated what are the things available already in this and what can be done for the manufacturing.
In Mizoram, the Khasi and Village Industries Commission, in collaboration with ICFAI University, organized a People's Education program today at the university campus in Aizawl. Students were briefed on various KVIC schemes, including the Gram Udyog Vikas Yojana and the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. The program also highlighted livelihood opportunities for electricians, plumbers, beekeepers and tailors. Debate and essay competitions on Gandhian ideology, village industries and Make in India were also held, with prizes awarded to the winners. Before we conclude, here are the main points once again. Government committed to creating modern sports ecosystems, says Prime Minister during Khelo India Dialogue. Northeast students take part in event. Deaths toll in Nepal, floods rise to 270. Efforts underway to ascertain status of Indians in flood-affected areas, says External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Meghalaya Cabinet takes key decisions, adds thunderstorms, strong winds to disaster lists, scraps interviews for Group C non-technical posts from January 1, 2027. Mizoram Chief Minister Lal Duhoma expresses concern over certain limitations of State Human Rights Commission, State Mul's appointment of eligible persons to head panel. And in cricket, the second test match between Sri Lanka and India ends in draw in Colombo. Sri Lankan batsmen fight back to deny India clean sweep in the two-match series. We have reached the end of today's bulletin. Up next is our primetime news.